I think the future of our planet is in our own hand.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Skelly with Trees for the Future.
And I'm Pierre Andre Senizergues, founder of Etnies, making shoes for skateboarders by skateboarders. Welcome to Lake Forest, California. Woohoo!
Trees for the Future works with farmers all over the world in some of the harshest climates, working to restore their land and plant trees through a regenerative agroforestry system, what we call the forest garden approach. Since 1989, over 63,000 farmers in our program have planted 420 million trees, restored nearly 100,000 acres of land, and built thriving farms and communities. So let's start at the beginning. Tell me a little bit about how Etnies started and the values that have shaped this brand.
Oh, well, Etnies started like 40 years ago.
My name is Pierre Andre, I'm from Paris, France.
Hey, that's pretty crazy, you know? You can tell how old I am now. But basically, we were skateboarders in Paris, riding the street of the capital, and as a group, you know, we're always trying to help each other. So we're kind of a subculture. We decided to launch Etnies, which basically try to make shoes for skateboarders, by skateboarders. It didn't really take off at the beginning, actually, until I brought the brand in the US. Then eventually we created the skate park here. We made the biggest skate park in the world. Millions of people that were able to skate, dream, and get inspired by other skaters.
So Etnies was one of the first brands to early adopt sustainability and product brand partnership. What drew you to Trees for the Future?
In 2000, I realized maybe one of the most important things was actually to have a planet we can ride on.
Yeah.
So I started getting into the environment, and planting the tree was one of the solutions to reduce CO2. As a brand, Etnies, we were a carbon neutral company in 2015, actually. I was looking for a non-profit that will know how to plant trees the best way. So it was natural that we end up meeting with Trees for the Future.
What have been some of your biggest sustainability initiatives that you guys have taken forward?
So some of the biggest sustainability we've been taking on was planting trees.
Together with Trees for the Future and Etnies, we've planted over 2 million trees. Your company has donated over $226,000 to do so. So combining the environmental passion and the skating passion, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it means everything, because for us, there's only one planet we can skate, you know. And also, we're always thinking about the future generation, right? So we're always thinking about the next things. We live, how will they skate? What will happen with the climate change?
The skate community, having beautiful places to skate, like what you said, is so important. It's part of what we do. I'm a skater as well. I skate with a local women's collective, and I think a lot of people maybe don't realize the importance of environmental care and stewardship is aligned with outdoor hobbies and outdoor experiences, just like skating. We recently worked with a farmer in Tanzania who was able to restore their degraded land into a thriving, beautiful ecosystem through the forest garden approach. What does it mean to you for your brand to be able to make success stories like this possible?
I think for us as skateboarders, it means a lot, because we're all here to share our passion and helping each other, you know, in their life. And skateboarding actually is a huge tool. So for us, it's always about giving, you know, it's always about growing. And so see somebody that can transform his land into an environment that protects their land, but as well they can grow food and address the food security, because also that's another big issue in Africa. So for us, it feels great. It's like doing two things at once. Basically, you reduce your CO2 from one side, and the other side you feed the population.
Yeah, and not just also feeding the population, but we're also helping people grow their income. We're seeing communities thrive, we're seeing families thrive, and it just magnifies throughout both the ecosystems for the wildlife, for the plant species, and also for the people. We also are seeing women getting more empowered in areas that they may not have been given the tools and resources and opportunities. So there's so many different ways that implementing these sustainable and regenerative practices in land and in forestry that has a massive impact beyond just planting trees. It's food, it's people, it's community. In 2024, Trees for the Future and Etnies co-branded a shoe line. Tell me how this shoe came to be and how it supported these goals.
I think it just came naturally because we've been working for so long, 15 years, that's a long time, working together. And it was just natural to do a shoe with Trees for the Future, a partnership, a collaboration that's very true and authentic. And we want people to know that, people should be partnering with Trees for the Future and plant more tree for everyone.
We hear a lot about the potential positive impacts of companies and nonprofits partnering like Etnies and Trees for the Future. Have you had any of these measurable impacts and benefits show up with your customers, with stakeholders, and the community at large?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of benefit. I mean, from the beginning, obviously, we try to reduce our impact, on the planet for everyone. So if we have a planet that can last the longest, it's better for everyone. Maybe some company, at the beginning, were not interested to do this. So we need to show the example.
On a more personal note, what does this partnership mean to you?
Well, for me, it means everything, really, because I always had this vision or this idea that, you make a life by what you give, and that's why I got into skateboarding. It was very different, It was really like in the street with kids, helping each other, how we could support each other, and I felt like really good be able to teach the tricks, helping other kids, to get shoes or to make their skateboard or different things. So I realized early on, right away, that giving was probably the most important things. So this collaboration for me is super important. This initiative, planting trees is all giving, for the future of living on this planet, and then not only as human, but also for all the species. So anything that is alive on this planet need, less CO2 for sure. If we want this planet to be alive.
What would you say to other businesses that are considering starting a program or a partnership like what we have with Etnies and Trees for the Future, but maybe they don't know where to start?
Yeah, I think the best way is to contact organizations like Trees for the Future, because when you start a business, you really don't know, about planting trees, how to do it, and you have to leave to the specialists, the job to do, and they're really good, at doing it, obviously, and easy to work with. So I definitely recommend they do it, but also from a responsibility standpoint, corporate responsibility, I think every company should lower their footprint, and I think it's part of a requirement right now, not only for their company, but for their children and their family. But I will definitely think that they need to tap into people that specialize in this, like Trees for the Future, and that makes everything so much easier.
If you could leave skaters and other business leaders with one message about the future of our planet, what would it be?
Well, I think the future of our planet is in our own hand, really. Nobody else can control it better than us.
Lasting impact happens when communities come together, from skaters to farmers around the world. And the best part is we can all be a part of it. Whether you plant, partner, donate, or simply share the story, you're helping plant a better, healthier future for generations to come. If you want to learn more about Trees for the Future, support farmers restoring their land, or explore how you can get involved, visit us at trees.org.